Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's webinar. And the topic for today's webinar is unlocking Salesforce data replication to MinIO with DBSync. And I am your host. My name is Ritesh Osta. I am a product marketing manager in DBSync. And I'm excited to have with me my friend and colleague, Rishabh. Rishabh, can you just say hello to everyone?
Hello, everyone, and I'm thrilled to co-host this webinar with Ritesh. Today, we have an exciting agenda lineup for you. So, let's dive right in.
Absolutely, Rishabh. Thank you so much. But before we begin, let me briefly outline what are we going to cover during this webinar. Okay, so we have divided the webinar into different sections. So we are going to begin with the introduction to Salesforce data replication. What is data replication? We are going to cover that. After that, we are going to talk about the benefits of using MinIO as a data lake. After that, we are going to talk about the challenges in adapting to a data lake and how DBSync can help you in overcoming those challenges. And finally, the last but not the least, we will have the live demo. So wait for it, in which we are going to set up the Salesforce data replication live to a MinIO database using DBSync. And if you have the time, we'll go ahead with the Q&A section as well. All right, Rishabh. So
That's right.
without further ado, let's get started with our first topic. All right, so let's begin and discuss what is Salesforce data replication. So many organizations rely on Salesforce as a primary data source for their customer information and sales activities and more. Replicating this data to other systems is essential for analytics, reporting, and business intelligence purpose. All right. So let's talk about what is data replication. So, Rishabh, do you want to pitch in?
Sure, it is. Thanks. So, what is data replication? Many people think, many organizations think, like, what is it or what does it mean to us? So, data replication is like copying the data over another databases and then keeping two copies in sync. So what does that involve? Involves reflecting updates made on your Salesforce platform during specific periods, adding, updating, or deleting customer data, helping in disaster recovery and historic data. So data replication basically gives you an option to keep two or more copies of your data so that if there is a change in your production environment, you can copy it to your database, and if something happens to your environment, you can just use that copy of that particular data to restore all the data what you have. So it's like keeping all your eggs in different boxes so that you don't lose all of them at once. So that's what data replication is, and that's how it is useful for others, and organizations should adapt it.
All right, thank you so much, Rishabh. So we did talk about data replication, and we in DBSync as a product, we already have a lot of different systems, where we can replicate data into, and and the latest one, the latest database, the latest data warehouse, and the data lake addition to that is MinIO. So before we proceed, can you explain what MinIO is, Rishabh?
Definitely, Ritesh. So, Mina has high performance S3 compatible object storage. So, it helps us to store large amounts of data on Mina platform. And it also S3 compatible. So, it's built on a large scale AI ML data lake and data warehouse workloads. You can upload a large amount of your data on MinIO and use it for machine learning, artificial intelligence, and use it as a data lake for enhancing your data analytics. So it is a software defined and runs on a cloud or on-premise infrastructure. So you can use it both on cloud or on-prem, depending on your use cases. As a dual license under open source and a commercial enterprise platform. So it's a very versatile platform where you can upload your data and use it on different platforms like different AI/ML tools within MinIO and other places also. So it's a very important storage for your organizations, which can give you a high storage capability to load your data into.
All right. Yes. So my next obvious question to you, Rishav, is, of course, we understand MinIO is an important component to this, but why MinIO? What is the reason behind this important addition to DBSync?
Sure, it is. So, MinIO is an open source, high performance object storage system, right? It is scalable, cost effective, and allows you to store vast amount of data securely. Here are some benefits like scalability. MinIO scales horizontally, ensures that your storage grows as your data does. Right? In our today's life, we see all and everything in a business is about data, right? We store it, we use it for future enhancement, we use it for analyzing our performance in past and how we can improve it, right? So that's a very important thing. The second thing which everybody is concerned about is the cost, right? How much we are spending on storage. So cost effectiveness is also very important. So it's more budget friendly than traditional storage solutions. The third concerning thing is my data secure? Is the platform on which I'm loading my data is secure? So MinIO offer robust security features, including encryption and access control. And lastly, it's about the performance. Like if I am storing my data somewhere, and how can I access it? How can I retrieve it? Is it high performing, or it will take a lot of time? So right. So it is defined for high speed and access and retrieval, MinIO. So that's the importance of MinIO. It's very high performing, very scalable according to your data's growth, and cost effective with security. So it's a complete package where you can store as much data as you can with your within your budget with high performance and security.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Rishabh, for that insight. But I have another follow-up question, Rishabh. While MinIO offers many advantages, as you just laid out, for any business, transitioning to a data lake environment can be challenging, right? So can you just talk about some common challenges and common hurdles that typically organizations face while transitioning to a data lake environment?
Sure, it is. So hurdles organization face in transition of data lakes. There are a lot of hurdles. We'll cover a few of them which are very important for them, like the data integration complexity. Like migrating data from various sources to MinIO can be complex and time consuming, right? As we have seen, like Salesforce, all the data are covered within APIs, right? So we have to make sure that either you have a very highly skilled technical team doing this all complex work, but again, it will take a lot of time of your DBAs to manually move data from your Salesforce to MinIO or others. So it is very complex thing, right, to deal with all the changing APIs and moving it to a particular database, matching the schema and all. Second is the data transformation, right? Data often needs to be transformed and structured before landing in MinIO, right? So you have to match the schema, as I've talked, like you have to see that all the metadata schemas are matched properly, and then you are moving it there. Again, data governance, but we talked about security, right? Ensuring the data quality, privacy, and compliance can be struggle. Like all your data which are moving contain a lot of important and some private data, right, about your customer, about your business. So it's very important to be alert about the governance, about the compliances that can struggle you. And these are like few things. And again, maintaining scalability and maintenance, like managing MinIO at scale requires expertise, right? You need someone to continuously monitor how you can move it, how you can manage the scalability, how you can like move only those data which are important, right? Say if you moved all your data from your Salesforce to your MinIO, and there are few minor changes on some table, and now you want to move again. So what if you don't have an option to move only those changes? Now you have to again copy all your data, and I'm talking about GBs and TBs of data, because organization has a lot of data about customers, about the organization's movement, leads, everything on Salesforce. So it's very important to maintain all those things. And these are some problems which are faced by organizations while moving their data to data lake environments like MinIO.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Rishav, for that insight, explanation on the challenges. Now let's talk about DBSync and how DBSync can help in these scenarios. Can you shed some light on that?
Sure, it is. So this is where DBSync comes into play, right? DBSync is a robust integration platform that simplifies data replication and transformation. Now, here is how it helps overcome these challenges, right? So, first benefits for techies and IT users is simplified data management. You don't have to worry about the APIs. You don't have to worry about how to transform and manage the schema. Now it also have the reliable fault tolerance. Like if your data corrupts or if your data doesn't move to your Salesforce from your Salesforce to MinIO, it stops. It pick it up from there and then move it, right? Then is the rapid deployment and setup. You can easily deploy it. Other technical features is like data replication. You can easily replicate your data. You can observe your data, and it's a very simple thing to work upon. So I'll cover it one by one so that you get a better idea of what it is. So first, going to simplify data management. DBSync solution abstract the complexity, right? Offering a user straightforward approach to replicate, backup, and manage its critical data seamlessly. It removes all the API complexities, which can be a hurdle while moving a data, right? As we talk, right? This is the first thing which we talk, like how they can move your data, they can move their data, right? Data integration complexity. So DBSync has removed those and it made it very simple, as we'll see in the demo like coming live. Second is reliable fault tolerance. Like DBSync solution incorporate fault tolerance mechanism, enabling self-recover and minimize data loss, right? If there's an issue, it will self-recover itself and minimize the loss of data. So, and the third is rapid deployment and setup. Within an hour, an organization can be up and running, orchestrating data replication between Salesforce and MinIO. So these are few things which are very important for like technical use, techies and IT uses like DB and others. Now the features we talk about. So DBSync SaaS application optimize data transfers, incremental updates. As you can see on my screen, right? They can do a source to DB incremental. So if there's some minor changes on your source, so you don't have to move all your data from your source to your databases, making it a bulky, right? You can do only incremental, which it will read the timestamp audit fields and change only those data which are being edited, deleted, or added during those periods. It also has like parallel encryption and ensuring efficient replication from Salesforce to MinIO. Next is observability. So it's very important to know that you are monitoring your data, like monitor jobs, read logs for object count, record process, sync, etc. Right? So if you can see my screen, there are two different things, right? One is notification. You can select the notifications on a particular email and even on webhook and see like mark the triggers, like when a object like the replication started, completed, or when a replication is ended. About objects like if object is added, updated, deleted. Even on a field level, you can see like if a field is added, updated, or deleted. So we give a very minute details of your jobs which has been done. Even you can get it on particular days if you want, or particular time, right? And these are based on like scheduling, right? You can schedule your job. Like if you want to update your schema on particular date and repeat it every hour, you can do it, right? In every 7 hours, you can see my stream. So it's not basic. It's like there are many other things which you can do while scheduling your uh, job. So it's very important to schedule proper alerts and notifications so that even if job fails, started, you get a proper report of everything what you have. And the third is the simplified setup. It's very easy to set it up, your replication. You just have to enter the keys, secret keys, and just a connection, and you're done, right? You don't have to do a lot of different things to make it workable, right? Users are relieved from needing to delve into the like industry of Salesforce. DBSync enables easy configuration, monitoring, and automation of application jobs via user-friendly interface and REST API support. So these are few things which are very important and make it very easy for the users to tackle down all the hurdles while adapting a database, a data lake. So yeah, Ritesh.
All right. Okay. So we understood the components of our DBSync data replication tool and how we can do that. Can we directly now jump into a live demonstration of setting up Salesforce data application to MinIO using DBSync tool, Rishav. So you can just guide us through the step-by-step process and a live demo for that, if you may.
Definitely, Ritesh. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
So I'll just log out and start from beginning so that users can easily understand the process. So once you go to the localhost page of DBSync, you can easily log in from here. Once you log in, you'll land up to the landing page where we have an option to add apps, right? You can add Salesforce or Dynamics, enter the name, and just make save changes. So I have set it up so that we don't use a lot of time from the users while setting it up. So once you are done, you enter the name, you can just click on your profile. Now here you have to set up your Salesforce environment, which you want to move from where you want to move your data from that particular environment to MinIO. It's a very simple. You have an over connection option. You can just click on connect, and then you can connect your Salesforce environment by adding up your details. Once it is done, you can test the connection, and once it is established, just save your connection and move to the next page. That next page will be your database, right? So in database, we have a lot of options other than MinIO. Here we are talking about MinIO, but if you go ahead, we have S3, Azure, and whatnot. But now today we'll talk about MinIO. Once you enter the MinIO, you will have an option to enter the MinIO endpoint. So MinIO endpoint is once you log into your MinIO instance. I'll cover it after the this demo. From here, you can get your access key, uh, secret key, and the bucket which you have configured. Once you have entered all the details, you just have to test the connection. Once the connection is established, again save it so that you don't have to configure it again and again. Once you save it, whenever you come to your profile, all these details will be already there. Now we may move next to the objects page. So what is object page? It contains all the objects which are present in your Salesforce environment, and from there you can see it, right? So we have all the objects over here. Once you select the object, you have an option to mask your data. This is a very important security feature so that you can mask all your data which are moving to your object. And once you are masked, you have in masking, we have different options as well. So once you select your object, you want to mask, you can see like we have default and we have also customer user defined. So these are few things which you can use to mask your data. Once it is saved, once you have selected your object, you can just simply go to the run. And for the first time, we suggest to just do a clean copy so that everything is copied from your database or from your Salesforce instance to your database. Then we have other options like metadata backup, schema update. So if you want to update, you have to done changes on your Salesforce schema. You don't have to go manually and do all those. You can just click on schema update and everything will be updated to your database. So we'll do a source to DB incremental. So once you do a source to DB incremental, you can see we have run a few already. So once you have done this, you can see that all the objects like I have done 14 in here and 125 in contact will be moved to your MinIO environment and just within seconds. If you can see 11-second taken for API users. Even you can track your API users that because Salesforce have a limit of 10,000 per se. So your organization has set us a particular limit on the APIs. So you can see how much API is used while moving your account or contact or any other object which you have selected to your instance. And it takes merely 20-30 seconds to complete all this. Now, as we have shown you, right, the notification and the log, the schedule page. So this is a notification page. You can add a recipient like to whom you want to send the mail every time like a process started, completed, enrolled. Error is like if you have your process started and got an error, you can get a notification. And as I have talked, we have a minute level object and field configuration also. Whenever something is added, updated, or removed, you can just select, check all these, and you will get an alert accordingly, right? So these are few things. Not only this, you can also get a notification on your webhook about these settings, right? You can get it, you can post it, you can enter the URL of Slack and other places where you want to get it, and then just save it and you will get the notification. So now, as we were talking, and we can see that it's 5th October and it's already completed in just 13 seconds. Your object has been moved. And as I was saying, right, we have done no changes in our account, so nothing moved. That means no additional data has been added to your MinIO. And if we have done one change in an account, so it has been moved. So this is a few things. Now you can also schedule your job, right? If you want database incremental, you can schedule it. But when you want to do the uh, when you want to repeat and minutes also, we have an option to from zero, but it is recommended to at least do it in every 15 minutes because it takes some time on your Salesforce environment as well to update the data, right? So these are few things which you can do. So these are the things, Ritesh, we have seen. Now I'll take a few minutes and just stop my screen and show you how MinIO looks. So if we go to
Sure,
MinIO,
Rajan.
yeah.
Sure, Rishabh. Yeah.
So if we go to MinIO console, I was talking about the buckets, right? Here you can create your own bucket as we have used the demo bucket, right? So here you can monitor your buckets, like how many objects. If you can see, right, here we have used 25 MB of data and with
Yes.
683 objects created, when it was created, and what, if you click on this, you can see everything over here, right? What are the replications done, how many is that. Now we can go and see our objects. So for this, we have used a demo instance. We'll go there and yep. Now you can see, right? We have moved these things. You can see the account. It's already in the CSV form. You can download it. You can upload a different file from outside your like if you have saved it on your system, you can just upload it here. So these are very unique and key features which are there, Ritesh.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for that informative demo, Rishabh. That was quite a bit of information. And as you all can see, DBSync does simplifies the entire process of replication. And do we have the Q&A by any chance, Rishabh?
Yeah, you can directly shoot your questions to this mail ID, or you can even go to our sales login ID, and then from there you can shoot your questions, and
Yes.
we are definitely there to answer your questions.
Absolutely. And if you want a demo of this product, just contact us, contact to sales at the rate mydbsync.com, and we will be very happy to give you a live demo of this entire product. Okay, so with that, thank you so much for the participation. We have covered a lot today, from the benefits of MinIO as a data lake to overcoming challenges with DBSync and going to a full-fledged demo as well. All right. So, Rishabh, do you have any last words to add on?
Yeah, Ritesh. So we hope this webinar has provided valuable insight into Salesforce data replication to MinIO with DBSync. And if you have any further questions or need more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. That's it. Thanks, Ritesh.
Thank you so much, Rishabh. And on behalf of DBSync, I would like to express our gratitude for everybody's participation. Have a great day ahead, and we look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritesh. Thanks, everyone.